Hey y'all, welcome back to Daydream Manor Flower Farm. I'm Dawn and I live in South Louisiana, and today let's talk about placing our orders and what I've ordered for the fall. Well, hey y'all, welcome into the kitchen because it's 9:30 in the morning and it's 99 degrees outside, so we're not going out there. I did go out early this morning and water the high tunnel, but y'all, this heat is just ridiculous. So I hope if any of you are watching that were affected by Hurricane Beryl, that you are doing well. We were very fortunate that it missed us, but it did affect quite a few of our friends in Texas. So, the weather is just, we talk about it being predictable, but it's not. It is so unpredictable. Right now the heat is so bad. It's just so many things happening. Bug pressure is unfreaking real this year. I have never, in the 6 years I have flower farmed, I have never had the pressure I have like I do now. So I think they're just making up for the drought from last year. But God, it's been crazy. Anyway, I thought we could talk today about what we're all planting for over winter, for spring blooms, because now is the time to make your orders. So I have ordered my tulips, my amaryllis, ranunculus, seeds. What else have I ordered? My plugs. And so I thought I'd run down a list of what I'm ordering and kind of what the plan is going to be. I got my phone because I've got my notes. So I've gone back and forth a lot about how the field is going to look. I want to use 5. I originally said I was going to do 3, but I think I'm going to do 5 beds of cool season flowers. Cool season here will last us through probably early May, mid-May. Some things will still be going. Still got bee balm happening out there. So, but for the most part, I really want to be my cool season out of there by mid-May. So some of it gets pushed to end of May. It truly just depends on the temperatures. So here's where we are. I am going to take 5 of the 8 beds. I have 8 beds out in the flower field. That's what I call the flower field. It's fenced in. They are 3.5 foot by 30 foot. They hold a 6 inch planting. I think I have 300 holes out there in each bed. I'm going to use 5 of those beds for cool season. So I did order all of my cool season seeds from Geo. Here's the other thing you need to know about me is I am a seed hoarder who finally I got the help I needed, and I got rid of all of my old cool season seeds. And I've not done that for my warm season yet. I need to go through those. But what I've found is when your seeds are too, every year you keep a seed pack, the germination rate goes down. And so I was experiencing some of that because I was just holding on to seed packs that still had some in it. I was like, oh, I'll just finish it up. So I cleaned out all of my cool season. I also really narrowed down my focus on what I'm going to grow for cool season flowers. So with that being said, what I ordered from Geo this year that I'm going to put out in these boxes, bee balm. Bee balm has always done really well for me. I want to go a little bit heavier on that. People love those purpley spikes. I have gotten so many comments that it looks like something out of Dr. Seuss. So my customers love that. I'm going to continue with it. Honeywort. Y'all know I say honeywort is like my signature filler. I needed more seeds of that this year. Because look, I don't know. They didn't do as well as I had hoped they had done this year. But I also had that really early onset of pest problems. So there was that. I'm going to do some Orlea this year. I have not grown Orlea since my first year of flower farming. Truthfully, I think I just had 1 pack of seeds. I did it and I never ordered it again. But I do love the movement and the way that it does in a bouquet. I am going to do that. I ordered some more yarrow. I'm out of yarrow. A lot of people here, we will overwinter it, perennialize it. I just haven't had a bed to put it in. Mr. Daydream's going to build my second perennial bed. I think I'm going to do some in there as well. I'm still going to do some out in the field so that I can cut that quicker and then be able to just kind of leave the one that's in the perennial bed because, it'll take 2-3 years before it really, really starts to show off. So I'm going to do that. Status. Y'all, I love Status. It is such a staple for me, especially that deep, deep purple. I like the lighter blue and the pink, but that deep purple, I don't know why. And my customers like that deep purple. They like those vibrant colors is what I found in my market bouquets. So I want to stick with those. And they dry beautifully. So I like this feverfew. I ordered more feverfew. I have not had good luck with feverfew the last 2 years, and I went and looked. Yeah, of course I haven't. The seeds are so old. I don't think that's why I haven't gotten any germination. So I ordered new feverfew seeds, snaps. I did 2 things this year. I ordered a tray of snap plugs from Former Bailey, but I also ordered some seeds. Again, I need new seeds. I got to get those done. So I'm going to I did the rocket mix. I have found for the way we warm up here, the rocket variety does best here. Scabiosa. I've grown scabiosa over the years. Haven't paid too much attention to it until this year. And then I was mad that I didn't grow more. I don't know. I've kind of ignored it, and I'm like, well, wait, it is really pretty, and I am growing it, and I'm getting compliments in a bouquet, so that's happening. I'm going to do some more delphinium and larkspur, see which one does better. That's going to be a little bit of an experiment. And then Daucus, I want to do that. There's a redder, kind of like a burgundy kind of color. I want to do that one. And I'm going to do more Rudbeckia. This year was my first year that I really had a lot of success with Rudbeckia. It looks good. It's healthy. It's growing well. So I want to go a little bit harder on it. So I'm going to go look. I think I did Irish Eyes or Irish Spring or something like that. I don't know. That's the soap. I don't know. Anyway, I don't have the varieties that I didn't write those down. I just took a picture of my spreadsheet. So those are some of the things that's going to go out into the field. I'm going to do some more basket flower, of course, because that was new this year and I really like the way it looked. I'm probably going to, I need to go back and check. So here's the deal with Geo Seeds. I have my order. I haven't turned it in, but I have it all written out. That's what I took a picture of. And I don't remember if I found basket flower there or not. If not, I'm going to go order it somewhere else. So I've got to get that sent to them today. Let's talk about tulips. Because if you have followed me for any amount of time, you know I have a love-hate relationship with them. So the first 2 years I grew them, they were small. It took me probably 3-4 years before I finally cracked the code on how to grow them in the South, which I do have a video on. So if you haven't watched that and you live in the South, give it a look. Last year was the first year that I actually got 18-inch stems. They were absolutely gorgeous. I just don't know if my market is ready to buy flowers that early. I don't compete with Valentine's Day. These actually bloomed, I think, the couple of days after Valentine's Day. I'm not into that. I don't want to do that. But I don't know if my market is ready to have flowers that early. That's what I'm going to say. And because I haven't really marketed that way. Now, I did my pop-up bar at the boutique. I sold all of my stems, but I had to hustle. So this year, I took a little bit of a different approach. I think I had 700 or 800 bulbs last year. I sold them all, but it was challenging. This year I cut down to 500. So we're going to see. This is going to be my year when everything blooms next year for tulips. It's going to determine how I'm going to move forward. So I ordered still the Darwin hybrid variety from ADR. I've never had any issues with ADR. They do have a minimum, so if you're not going to meet the minimum, find another flower friend and go in together and order. Karen and I did this. She owns Wild and Blooming Farm. She needed a couple of hundred. I needed a couple of hundred, so we just went in together. And we were trying to save some money on shipping as well. So here's what I ordered. I ordered the Pink Impression. Y'all, that was my best seller last year. Those beautiful pink tulips that you see in my pictures and video. Those were my best seller. This year I've added Salmon, Van Egypt, or Eric. Maybe it's Eric. I did an impression mix that had some yellows, a light pink, and a deeper pink. So that was a little mix I did. I also ordered the black and white cookie mix because I don't know, that violet, purple, and that hot pink and the white just look pretty together. So I ordered a bag of those. And then I did Purple Lady. So that is like 500 tulips. So I cut back a little bit. And we're going to see how that turns out. I may be wishing when I start selling, I may be wishing I would have had another 500. I don't know. But I do think sometimes creating that sense of urgency for people to buy, that you're almost sold out, that can work to your advantage. So I don't know. I also ordered from ADR 600 ranunculus corms. I've done ranunculus in my fields. I've had some luck. Y'all, last year, if you remember, something ate them. I thought it was deer. Come to find out, it was caterpillars. Year before that, the entire bed did not bloom. It was just, I've had a run of dumb luck. The ones I did put in the tunnel this past year, they actually bloomed. I got some good stem length off of them, but they were like an afterthought, so I want to be a little bit better prepared. So I did a mix. I did the Parisian buttercup mix with the yellows, the reds, the orange, the whites, and then I did I did like 500 of those, and then 100 of the pinks and the purples and the pale white, the pale pinks as a bunch, and I'm gonna do those in the tunnel. So that order for ADR was right at $500. My Geo Seeds was right at $117, $120. And I don't know if I'm finished with Geo. I'm going to go back one more time. So that is subject to change. That's the only one I have not sent off. That's got to be sent off today. And then I also ordered my amaryllis bulbs. So amaryllis bulbs for me is what I do at the boutique. They sell well at the boutique. I do them in a flower pot that I paint. And I sell them as a kit. I also ordered paper whites because I force those and put those into vintage vessels, sell those at the boutique. But I'm also doing, we have a local market here right before Christmas, the mistletoe market here in town. So I'm doing that as a vendor, and I need to have those in. So that was another 500 and some odd dollars. So I do put that into the cost of the farm. And then the last thing that I ordered was my plugs from Farmer Brown. Who the hell is Farmer Brown? Isn't that a song? Okay. Well, Farmer Brown, which is hysterical because, never mind. Anyway. One of my cousins are watching this, they'll get it. I ordered my Lysianthus plugs. So again, with my Lysianthus, I did the 125 trays because I'm still going to stick to 300 and something, 400 blooms because of the space that I have in the tunnel, and I'm still working that. I'm still learning about them. I'm still taking, trying to figure out the blooming times on them, because what happens in the heat in the south, but I think it probably happens in other places, they'll all bloom at one time. Doesn't matter the groups. I find that Lysianthus seem to be very hard to program to bloom at certain times. So I do not need, this is why I didn't do the 200 trays, I do not need 800 Lysianthus blooming at one time. I mean, that, last year I had all the purples blooming. I had whites and pinks that started popping. I had the whites did first, then the pinks, and then my purples, and I was still harvesting. That is why I did my open house fill your vessel event, because everything was starting to bloom and I couldn't move them fast enough. So my rule of thumb is, and I am very conservative, because I am not going to overbuy this stuff and then have to compost it. I'm trying not to do that. I would rather run out and have people on a waiting list and get people excited about the following year than me having to go compost flowers. That's just my philosophy. And not everybody farms like that, but that's my philosophy, and I'm sticking to it. So for my Lysianthus, I ordered in the arena variety, I ordered apricot, which is a group 3. Y'all, and all of my Lysianthus bloomed May and June. I mean, it's July. All of my beds have been cleaned out. So it's a 2-month kind of appearance. So I wanted to do some apricot. I thought those were really pretty, especially for wedding season. I did a whites, the Corelli whites in group 2. Did the purple can. I had to, y'all. Those dark purples were a fan favorite. I did a deep blue. I did Roseanne Brown. She's a terracotta color. I don't know. She just, for whatever reason, when I went past her a few times, I looked at her and I was like, I think I want to give her a try. Because here's the deal. I usually test things for about 2 to 3, a minimum of 2 years. 3 years is my sweet spot where I finally make a decision what I want to grow, what variety, what colors, what works. And so this is why I kind of changed it up, getting this Roseanne Brown, because I was just interested. She sparked my interest. Karen and I also are going in and we're splitting up Campanula. So I ordered the deep blue. She ordered the pink and the lighter lavender color, and we're going to split the boxes. So that just makes it a little bit easier because we want to try them all, but I don't want to grow 300 Campanula, right? Like 150 is going to be plenty. And then I also did a Snapdragon mix. Yes, I did the mix. It was the Rocket, sorry. The Rocket variety. Rocket seems to do better here in the heat because it warms up so much faster. So I do like the Rocket. I am going to put some in the tunnel and some in the field. I also have the seeds coming that I'm going to start seeds and do in the field as well. So that's kind of the plan with my plugs. That was another $500 order. So I still need, I think I've got everything I need or everything I want. I'm going to go back through my seed order one more time before I put it. Oh, eucalyptus. That was the other thing. So Samantha at Store Hill Blooms is ordering eucalyptus, and I'm going to buy some plugs off of her because she's not going to plant them all. I don't want 200 plugs of eucalyptus because I want to do those in the high tunnel, but I would like some different varieties, maybe 10, 20 of each. So I'm going to buy those off of her. So that's all for what I'm going to plant out in the fall for spring bulbs, for spring blooms. All told, including the amaryllis, and I'm just including the amaryllis because it is part of my cost, I'm about at $1,600. Yeah. Y'all, and I'm going to say this again, I'm on a budget because how many times have y'all heard me here? Heard me here? Lord have mercy. How many times have you heard me say, I am not going into debt over a flower? Like, I feel like I'm very cognizant of how much I spend. I take the money back out of the farm. What I make off of bouquets, what I make off of everything I do, my workshops, the boutique, that's the money I use to buy for next year. The first 2 years were not like that, of course. I had to put money in from my own pocket. But by year 3.5-ish, 4, I made a pact that if the farm didn't make the money, I could not buy. And I know some people are going to be like, yeah, but you need to, how are you ever going to make it, if you need. I've been fortunate that I've made enough every year so far to be able to reinvest it back into the farm and not go into my pocket. Now, does the $1,600 cut it close for me? Absolutely, because I'm doing a revamp on my website. I really am trying to get drip irrigation done. I'm so close. So, I mean, there are things that I'm saving for, but that's part of me being financially literate. I think that's a big thing that I see as missing when I scroll through some of these farms. I get nervous for some folks who's like talking about, oh, I just spent like $10,000 on tulips. And I'm like, oh, I get nervous, but look, I'm excited that they have that kind of money to spend and they have that type of market. I mean, I would love to have that type of market. I just don't right now. I'm trying to get there, but I'm not there. There is no way I could justify buying 10,000 bulbs of anything. No. So with all that said, I'm getting there and I'm growing, but it's taken a while. I feel like I'm doing it in a smart way so that I'm not going into debt. So that's just my little PSA. Y'all know, again, not going into debt over flour. Not happening. All right. Anything else? I think that's all. I got all of that to do. I'm going to go finish up my GeoSeed order. I can't think of anything else that I need right offhand that I need for for the fall. I think we're in a good spot there. I'm ready for it though. I know I keep seeing all these influencers on Instagram and that going, oh, it's time for fall decor. And part of me is like, no, it's only July. And then part of me is like, oh my God, I wish it was. I really wish it was September. So we'll see. I am doing a flower bar with Karen in a couple of weeks. I'm a little worried about it only because, I mean, we are babying flowers right now. Like, we are truly, I am truly like doing my prayer circle multiple times a day. Just to keep them alive until we can get it done. This is just such a really bad month for flowers, but it's something she wanted to do, and I was like, yep, I will help you. So have that coming up. I am working with, we have an assistant living community like 3 minutes from my house. I had a very good call with the director there. I think I'm going to do a little event in August with my succulents. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So y'all, I'm just trying to figure it out and, you know, and manage everything because work is kicking my tail too. But anyway, I'm the one who started the flower farm with a full-time job. That was on me. Anyway, all right, I am going to hop off of here and I'm going to go look at my geo order because I need to make sure I got everything. But I will talk to you all soon. I hope you have a wonderful week. Happy growing season.